Good morning, everyone. In today's class, we are going to study about the concept of administration. So, let's begin the section with an introduction. In the previous class, that is in Wednesday class, we have already learnt about the concept of administration, meaning of administration, definitions of the administration, and what are the functions of the public administration and how administration was accomplished during Rigvedic period and later Vedic period. In today's class, we are going to study about what is the difference between public and private administration and one of the important administration system in India, that is Mauryan administration system. As we already know that Indian administration is based on the traditional administration. So now let's see what is the important points of the Mauryan administration system. And before starting that topic, I want to explain about the what is the basic difference between public and private administration. Public administration is concerned the task of administration is to run the government for the welfare of the people. Government will study the problems of the people and implement a proper plan and strategy and come up with some new policies which are benefited to the public. Wherein private administration, we can see that it is concerned only to a particular institution and its development is focused on only the economic development of the company and the employees. Now let's see then what are the basic features of the Mauryan administration. In that first one, just a minute. The Mauryan administration system were first to establish the concept of uniform administrative system throughout their empire. Arthashastra, which was written by the famous political thinker Kautilya in 3rd century BCE, played an important role in the Mauryan administration. Now let's have a look at how the administration system was basically set up. Firstly, we'll study about the central government. In that first one, king is the head of the government and he has all the powers, legislative, executive, judicial and military powers, and king was bounded by dharma. His main duty is to look after the welfare of the people. In their second point, there is the Mantri Parishad, which is also known as Council of Minister. The minister used to visit the villages in the earlier period to know the problems of the people. Basically, they used to study the problems of the people and they used to implement after discussion with the king, they used to come up with the conclusion by implementing some new policies which aims at the betterment of the people. In each kingdom, there would be 4 to 12 ministers. Each minister is having concerned departments, and king could reject the advice of the minister or he can take the advice of the minister. Next point, secretariat. Administrative matters of the central governments are basically divided into 30 departments, and each department has a superintendent, and they have a concerned activities of the state such as irrigation, market, education, famine, drought relief, etc. Next point, administration of the justice. Now let us see then, if anything wrong happens by the people, or people are disloyal to the king or the kingdom, what all punishments are given to them in order that it should not happen in upcoming days. The Mauryan Empire king has the highest power, and the cases are divided into two types, basically civil and criminal. And by studying the offense committed by the criminal or an person, punishment are divided into severe and less severe. For example, Megasthenes has observed the punishment were very severe, which included beheading and cutting of limbs. Next point, revenue administration. Land revenue was the main source of income of the state. One-sixth of the produce was fixed as the tax, and taxes were collected in both cash and kind. They were collected by the local tax officers. Tax were also levied on professions, houses, cattle, livestock, forest products, and sales tax, etc. Now let's see then how provisional government worked under the Mauryan Empire, and what is the meaning of the provisional government. You can see the concept of provisional government in the present generation also. Mauryan Empire was divided into 5 provinces with their capital at Takht Ujjain, Tosili, Shravanagiri, Girinara, Takhtashila. Each province was put under the charge of the governor belonging to the royal family, or the king, or one of the relatives of the king. The provinces were further divided into districts that were governed by the Graminika was the head of the village. The official in charge of 10 villages was called Gopa. Ashoka appointed the Dharma mantras both at the center and the province. Now let's have a look at the city administration. The Greek ambassador Megasthenes gave a very detailed description about the administration of Patliputra. The administration of city was entrusted to the committee of 30 members divided into 6 boards of 5 each. They looked after roads, markets, hospitals, temples, schools, water supply, etc. So last point of today's class is Mauryan military administration. Since the basic duty of king is to protect the state and look after the welfare of the people, let's have a look at how well the military was organized in the Mauryan Empire. The military administration of Chandragupta was very efficient and well organized. King personally led the army during the wars, and the army of Chandragupta consists of 60 lakhs infantry, 30 cavalry, that means horse, 9,000 elephants. The war office was administered by the six boards, again like the city administration. Each consists of 5 members. They were navy, transport, infantry, cavalry, chariots, and the elephant force. So we'll end the section here. If you have any doubts, question related to this topic or any topic, you can definitely comment me below. Or if you want to learn something new which is related to political science, you can just put a comment on my YouTube channel, and do subscribe to my channel for more upcoming interesting sections. See you. Take care.